The peaceful village of Askham Richard, nestled in the English countryside, was an unlikely setting for a gruesome discovery. It was November 2001. A lone suitcase lay abandoned near the tranquil waters of the River Ouse. Its foul odor hinted at a sinister secret. Local authorities cautiously opened the suitcase. Inside, they found the badly decomposed body of a young woman. Her hands and feet were bound tightly with duct tape. The same tape covered her mouth, silencing her forever. The brutality of the crime sent shockwaves through the quiet community. Investigators meticulously combed through the evidence. The suitcase, they discovered, was manufactured in South Korea. This clue, along with the victim's Asian features, suggested a possible connection to the Far East. But who was she? And how did she end up in a suitcase, discarded in a peaceful English village? The search for answers began. Time was of the essence. The killer was still out there, and with each passing day, the trail grew colder. News of the gruesome discovery travelled fast, reaching the bustling metropolis of London. Among the city's diverse population were thousands of international students, far from home and pursuing their dreams. For many, the news sparked fear and uncertainty. At a university in the heart of London, rumours began to circulate about a missing South Korean student named Jin Hyo-jung. Jin, a bright and ambitious young woman studying French literature, had vanished without a trace weeks earlier. Her friends and classmates were frantic with worry. A South Korean police officer studying in the UK heard the whispers about Jin's disappearance. He made a chilling connection. The description of the unidentified victim in the suitcase matched Jin's profile. Could this be the missing student? Driven by a sense of duty and a shared nationality, the officer contacted the authorities. His tip would prove crucial in unraveling the mystery and exposing a web of deceit that chilled London to its core. The investigation soon led detectives to the doorstep of Kyu-soo, a seemingly unassuming Korean landlord renting out properties to international students in London. Jin had been one of his tenants. On the surface, Kim seemed like any other landlord, polite, soft-spoken, and eager to help. But beneath this veneer of normalcy lurked a predator. Detectives discovered that Kim had a history of preying on vulnerable young women, specifically targeting Korean female students new to the city and desperate for affordable housing. He would gain their trust, offering them a place to stay and a sense of security in a foreign land. But his kindness was a facade, a calculated maneuver to lure them into his web of horror. As the investigation deepened, a chilling pattern began to emerge. Kim would often travel internationally after his tenants disappeared. He would then return to London only to target new victims with chilling efficiency. It was a cycle of deception and violence that had gone unnoticed for far too long. The more detectives learned about Kim Kyu-soo, the more convinced they became that he was responsible for Jin Hyo-jung's murder. They searched his property, meticulously looking for any shred of evidence that could tie him to the crime. Inside Kim's flat, a gruesome tableau awaited them. Traces of bloodstains, barely visible to the naked eye, stained the floorboards. The pungent odor of decomposition lingered in the air, a chilling reminder of the horror that had unfolded within those walls. Forensic experts discovered traces of duct tape, identical to the type used to bind Jin's body, hidden in a drawer. The evidence was mounting, painting a grim picture of Kim's true nature. But where was Jin's body before it was transported to Yorkshire? And was there another victim? Section 5. A second victim. As detectives dug deeper into Kim Kyu-soo's past, they uncovered a chilling lead. Another missing Korean student, known only as S, who had vanished from one of Kim's properties months before Jin's disappearance. Like Jin, S had trusted Kim, believing him to be a kind and helpful landlord. Now, her fate hung precariously in the balance. The disappearance of two young women from the same landlord's properties was no coincidence. The detectives knew they were dealing with a serial predator, a monster who had been operating in the shadows for far too long. The hunt for Kim Kyu-soo intensified. They had to stop him before he could claim another victim. Section 6. The Sticky Tape Murders. News of the investigation sent shockwaves through London's Korean community and beyond. The media dubbed Kim Kyu-soo the Sticky Tape Murderer, a chilling moniker that reflected the brutal method he used to silence his victims. Fear and suspicion gripped the city as the full extent of Kim's crimes became public knowledge. International students, once drawn to London's vibrant and diverse culture, now lived in fear, haunted by the realization that a predator had been living among them. The case also sparked outrage and anger. How could a man like Kim operate with such impunity for so long? Why hadn't anyone noticed his pattern of predatory behavior? The questions were endless, the answers elusive. Section 7. Justice is served. In January 2002, after weeks of relentless searching, authorities finally apprehended Kim Kyu-soo in a London internet cafe. He had just returned from a trip to Canada, seemingly unfazed by the international manhunt for him. Following his arrest, police searched Kim's second flat. There, hidden behind a newly plastered wall, they discovered the badly decomposed body of S. She had been bound and gagged with duct tape, just like Jin. The discovery of S's body sent a collective shudder through the nation. It was a stark reminder of the depravity of Kim's crimes and the urgent need to bring him to justice. The trial was swift and decisive. The evidence against Kim was overwhelming. The bloodstains, the duct tape, the suspicious withdrawals from his victims' bank accounts, and the chilling discovery of S's body. Section 8. A Legacy of Fear. In March 2003, Kim Kyu-soo was found guilty of the murders of Jin Hyo-jung and S. He was sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 23 years and 10 months. The judge, in his closing remarks, described Kim as a wicked man who had betrayed the trust of his victims in the most horrific way imaginable. The sticky tape murders left an indelible mark on London and beyond. The case highlighted the vulnerability of international students, particularly young women, who often arrive in foreign countries alone and searching for a sense of belonging. In the wake of the murders, universities and law enforcement agencies implemented new safety measures to protect international students. But the fear lingered. The case served as a chilling reminder that monsters can lurk beneath the surface of even the most ordinary-seeming individuals. Section 9. In Memoriam. Jin Hyo-jung and S were more than just victims in a horrific crime. They were daughters, friends, and aspiring students with dreams and aspirations that were tragically cut short. Their deaths sent shockwaves through their families, their communities, and the countless lives they touched. The sticky tape murders serve as a chilling reminder of the importance of vigilance and the need to look beyond the surface. They remind us that evil can wear many masks and that even in the bustling heart of a cosmopolitan city, darkness can lurk in the shadows. As we remember Jin and S, let us honor their memory by working to create a safer world for all, a world where international students can pursue their dreams without fear, and where predators like Kim Kyu-soo are brought to justice swiftly and decisively.